Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. The process of spiritual life is migration from the gross to the subtle. The gross is the objective world, subtle are the sense organs which help us know the objective world. Senses are gross, the mind is subtle, so the mind helps us know the sense organs. The mind is gross, the consciousness is subtle, so the consciousness knows the modifications of the mind. And the consciousness is gross, and to whom this consciousness belongs is subtle. This journey from gross to the subtle is the spiritual journey. In this we are not reaching any destination, nor we are beginning from any point. It is our own being, and that has to be only recognized, understood. Technically called as pratyabhigyayate. We have to recognize that truth. It is for this purpose, in this second chapter of Shiva Sutra we started that Chittam Mantraha. World has got two things, Vachaka and Vachya. Vachaka is the name. Vachya is the object indicated by the name. Book is the word in my mouth. Book is the object in my hand. The forms or Vachya, the objects, are away from us, other than us. Vachaka, the name indicating the object, is nearer to us. See, when I say book, this experience of saying book is closer than to go and fetch a book which is at a distant place. Therefore, the spiritual practice in all the religions is predominantly sound oriented, and a sound in the form of the mantra. So, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. When this mantra is chanted, instead of this mantra bringing us back to our own source, we become more and more extrovert. I have chanted so many times. I have been doing this thing for many years. And thus, this Vachaka, the mantra, the sounds, instead they leading us to our own self, they take us away from ourselves. Therefore here the definition of the mantra is given, Chittam Mantraha. The words uttered which are heard by others is Vaikhari. Then the same mantra comes in the Madhyama. Then the same mantra comes to the Pashyanti. Up to here is our efforts. Beyond that, it is the God's will. Therefore, when we start chanting, first of all we focus attention on the number. Then on how many times we can chant without any dissimilar thought intercepting in between. Thereafter we focus attention on the silence between the two mantras and then start widening this mantra silence and thus come to dissolving the thoughts. See, thought erupts. Oh, it dissolves. Where will it dissolve? Like the wave erupts from the ocean, it dissolves in the ocean. In the same manner, from the mind the thought comes, in the mind the thought goes back. So mind can be of two types, with thoughts and without thoughts. When the mind is with thoughts, it is extrovert. It is objective in nature. When the mind is without thoughts, that thought-free mind is consciousness. This is the meaning of Chittam Mantraha. So, the mantra leads us to the consciousness. On the basis of this, the subsequent sutras we have seen, and then we were told, the secret is effortlessness. Effortlessness at two stages. Stage one, when we are conducting ourselves in this world, are we leading a hypocritic life, or are we sincerely following the scriptural injunctions in our life sincerely? See, if we deceive somebody in this world, it is we deceive ourselves the most, not anyone else. So when we are effortless in the world, in our dealings, meaning we don't struggle to prove anything to anybody, we do not justify anything, we are at peace. And to be at peace is equal to, there is no burden of guilt, there is no burden of fear on the mind. Guilt-free, fear-free mind is next to consciousness. When this is done, prayatna sadhakaha, then this effortlessness fructifies. And what is the fructification? The mind now dissolves in the pure consciousness. Thereafter, the seeker is no more living as somebody, he starts living as nobody. Thereafter, the seeker is not living as body, he starts living through the body. Thereafter, the seeker doesn't live as mind, he starts living through the mind. In this manner, he is nearer than the nearest to the pure consciousness. See, when this happens, all the dormant potentialities which are present in the pure consciousness, they start surfacing. And these are called as siddhis. All the divine abilities which were dormant earlier, they start surfacing. See? It is something like this. There is one girl. I told her, I said, hey, why don't you start singing? Swamiji, no, I can't sing. I said, you are not going to sing, I'll sing through you. Come. And straight away I took her to the studio and told the music director, I said, these are the songs you have to fix in this raga for this girl. And when the whole CD came out, she didn't believe. Swamiji, really it is good? So, the dormancy was so prominent that the hidden treasure of the musical melody was unknown to her. See, another example, one girl, she had been in terrible depression. Then I told her, you do my job. What job I get into, Swamiji? I said, you do this editing of this book. Oh God, I don't know anything. I said, forget about it. You do means you do. And she did a good job. After that, she has written 3-4 books. So we all have the potentialities. We have to invoke them. And how do we invoke? By reaching the consciousness that we are. But here again one problem comes. And the problem is, we get lost in these potentialities. See? Another example I'll give you. There is one lady and she sings very well. So she said, Swamiji, shall I sing some bhajan? So I looked at her, I said, no, don't sing. She expected that I'll tell her, yes, please sing bhajan. I said, no. And thereafter, she asked me one day, Swamiji, what you can tell me? I want to really progress spiritually. Give me some instruction. As a first instruction, stop singing. Swamiji, why? I said, why are you asking me? Sing. I don't give cause and effect. If you accept, you accept. Don't accept, don't accept. Who cares? He said, no, why I am asking is because you are the third Mahatma who told me not to sing. Earlier also 2 Mahatmas have told me, don't sing. And everybody knows I got a very melodious voice. I said, this is the problem. You will get caught up only in singing. See, friends, therefore I told you, the Mahatmas do not answer the question. They answer the person who is asking the question. They have neither love nor hatred for anyone. They are concerned only the evolution of that particular person. See, friends. And therefore, when these siddhis start manifesting, we get caught up into that. And they are the obstacles. And because of these obstacles, we are again living in the material world. Such people all the time talk about doing good to the world, starting institutions for the good of the society, for the good of the world, it is necessary. And then everything is lost only. I had to fix the marble, I had to get electric connection, there is no water in the toilet, so Babaji goes with a lota in the hand, le lo. It has nothing to do with that. So, those who do not get involved with these various potentialities which are invoked, such people, now in the 5th sutra, it is said, Vidya samuthane svabhavike khechari shivavastha. Up to here we have gone yesterday. When Vidya samuthane, when we are now in the Shuddha Vidya, Shuddha Dva, these are technical terms which I am avoiding, otherwise one gets frightened. So, in the pure knowledge where there is no objectivity predominant in that knowledge, now see what is the objectivity predominant in the knowledge. These are very subtle points. Once after my lecture in one of the universities in USA, the professor said, hey Mr. Swami, you have presented the concepts very well. I said, sir, I am sorry, I did not talk about concept. You are a professor is a concept. You are intelligent is a concept. You are handsome is a concept. You are healthy is a concept. They are subject to change. Today you are healthy, tomorrow you may not be healthy. Today you are professor, tomorrow you may not be professor. But you are doesn't change. See? Therefore, we are not talking about concepts. So, Vidya samuthane, this pure being, when this is recognized, then svabhavike, that is our natural state. Therefore we don't become divine. We are divine. That which is lost because of ignorance is never lost. That which is gained through knowledge is never gained. See, many times it happens, we keep our glasses on the head or the mala goes backside and we keep searching where it has gone and we get frustrated and finally when we get it, oh, I got it. Was it ever lost? It is not the apraptasya prapti, praptasya prapti. It is already there. That is our essential nature. See? Therefore, svabhavike, this is our essential nature. We don't have to become divine. Svabhavike vidya samuthane khechari shivavastha. No, khechari, khechara, kha means space. Kham ke khane, khe na kham, like that, kham ke khane, khe na khabhyam, khaihi. So, kha, space, khe in the space. Chara is to move. Khechari mudra means the ability to walk in the space. This is what normally the people get lost in that. Here it is very specifically mentioned. Badhva padmasanam yogi nabhau ishwaram nyased dandakaram tu tavatan yavat khatrayam nigruhya tatra taturnam prerayat khatrayena tu etam badhva mahayogi khegatim prativadyate. So these yogis are all the time interested only in the external performance. See? That they will be sitting in a Padmasana and then they will be doing the pranayam and then they will be bringing their total attention in the Manipur chakra and there they will be thinking about the giving up the identification with the body. They become very light and then they will be able to walk in the space. So the goal of their life is walking in the space or walking on the water. Once one yogi came to Bhagwan Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and he was just, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was sitting among so many people around him. So this yogi came. Nobody bothered about his presence. So, to seek attention. See? So when he did too much kharkhar, so Bhagwan Ramakrishna Paramahamsa asked, "Yes sir, what can we do for you? Who are you?" "I am a yogi." "Very good. How did you come here?" "I walked on the Ganges." "You walked on the Ganges?" "Yes." "How many years it took for you to learn this art, walking on the water?" "It took 25 years. So after 25 years, what you have gained? Pay 25 paisa and take a boat and go across. So in 25 years of your spiritual practice, you have earned 25 paisa. What a thing it is. This is one of the biggest obstacles. So, they are talking all the time about khechari, means we have nothing to do with the khechari. See, another thing, khechari, yesterday I mentioned you, one Mahatma gave me this, I didn't do it. He told me, he is a follower of Shirdi Sai Baba and living in a very pathetic, terrible condition, but a great Mahatma. He will be abusing, throwing stones, like that. He will never talk normal. The place where he stays, you cannot even go. All the thorns and everything like that. So I was sleeping there on a, some cloth like that whole night, mosquitoes and every kind of thing. So he told me, he had a small Shiva, Shirdi Sai Baba temple. Nobody can enter that temple inside. He will shout or throw stones. He took me inside. And after that, he told me, I show you Khechari Mudra, do that. When you do that, you will be free from hunger and thirst. So in my mind it was coming, free from hunger, kachori, pakoda, samosa. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. I don't want to give it up. I want to enjoy that. What is this no hunger? Because I am living only for eating. So he showed the tongue goes from backside in the nostrils. And there is the Amrita Sinchan, the ambrosia drops one by one. And that ambrosia is taken by the tongue. So it doesn't go into the lower part of the body and get destroyed. That itself becomes the reproductive fluid. So that is arrested. And when you take that, then there is no hunger, there is no thirst. See? That is Khechari Mudra. But the question comes, okay, you live without food and without water. How many years? And what for? This one question has always bothered me. Suppose you have vision of God, yes. What next? When will I have the vision of God? Suppose you have, what next? See? Like if you go to our Puttaparthi, so there those people who are living with Baba, who himself is God, accepted by them, for so many years. What next? Same kama, krodha, lobha, moha, madamatsarya, exactly maintained. No change. See, friends, unless we become subjective. So I said, okay, I'll do it. But I never did it. Because the tongue gets tired, I couldn't do it. Now here the Khechari Mudra, the teacher tells. Kha means space. There are three spaces. One is the Bhutakash, second is Chittakash, and third is Chidakash. Bhutakash is this gross space where you and me are living. See, there is one small booklet, Akasha Yoga. You read that booklet, it will give you a very good understanding about these three spaces. So, the gross space, we do the dharana or the bhavana of the gross space, Bhutakash. Then what is the net result of this experience? The gross contents of the gross world in the waking experience will be no issue for us. Gone. You have conquered one space. If you look within, what is our state today? The waking possessions and waking relations, they are the only issues of our life. But like the grass space remains untouched by whatever it is supporting, in the same manner, the seeker is no more affected by anything in the waking world. Possessions and relations are reduced to null and void. First step. Then the second space, Khechari Mudra. The second space is the Chittakash. The contents of the mental space is thoughts. No thought will ever bother you. Meaning, there is no struggle for Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Let there be thoughts, who cares? Like we listen to Vedanta, who cares? Exactly the same way. Whatever thoughts come in the mind, it doesn't disturb us. Don't struggle for the thought suspension. Then the third space is the Chidakasha, the conscious space. And what is this living in the conscious space or living not in the, living as the conscious space. Conscious space supports the waker with his waking world, the dreamer with his dream world, the deep sleeper with his deep sleep world, and the samadhistha purushaha with his samadhi world. All of them are supported by the conscious space, but when they come and go, the conscious space remains uninfluenced, untouched by that. This is the real Kechari mudra. See, mudra normally is indicated by some kind of, hand, postures. It's not posture, I don't know what is the name. This is called as, snuff mudra. They call it jnana mudra, but it's actually snuff mudra. See? Hold the snuff in there, and whenever you are disturbed, Brahmanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim. So mudra means, muda is the dhatu indicating happiness. Muda, moda, pramoda, vinoda. Muda. So, from that only the modaka, Ganeshi has got the modaka in there. Moda, happiness. Ka, doer. The one who is creating happiness in our life, he gives us that modaka. Modaka hasta Ganesha. So, mudra, that which expresses ra gatau, ra is movement. That which is expressing happiness is called as mudra. See? So, what is happening? Khechari mudra, therefore, one is ever happy, whether things and beings are there or not, whether good or bad thoughts come in the mind or not, whether I succeed or fail in the life or not, it makes no difference. Meaning, the world of experience, the experience of the world, and the experiencer of the world, all three of them do not touch me. We transcend this triputi. In every experience, there is this triputi. Experiencer, experience, and experienced. Experienced is transcended by the gross space. The experiencer is transcended by the mental space, chittakash. The experiencer is transcended by the chidakash. See, friends. So first, we have to conquer the gross world. And that is attained by these two things. Do not get lost and entangled in the possessions and relations of this world. Don't create relations in this world. One Amma wrote me and spoke to me. Swamiji, I don't know what to call you. I said, call a dog by any name. How does it matter? No, not that way. Sometime I feel you are my brother. Sometime I feel you are my father. Sometime I feel you are my grandfather. What should I call you? I love you so much. So I told her Hindi cinema song. प्यार को प्यार ही रहने दो, रिश्तों के नाम न दो. Let the love remain as love. Don't label them with any relationship. See, friends, don't create relations in this world. But you will see many Mahatmas, they create relations there. His Guru Bhai, Guru Bahan, Guru Bandhu. Then he is Chacha Guru, Mama Guru, Dada Guru. Arey Ram. You have discarded everything to discard all the relations, and after again getting into the sannyasa, they again create relations. This is how this Bhagwan's Maya plays the tricks. See, Therefore, never get involved in this. No relations, no possessions. You are working on the gross space, Bhutakash. No joy, no sorrows, no good, no bad. Thoughts present, thoughts absent, who cares? Just give it a try. Suppose there are too many thoughts disturbing you. Don't do anything. Simply take this attitude, who cares? The moment you take this, who cares? But not the World Health Organization. That WHO cares. No, they never care. See? In this manner, Khechari Mudra, that is Shivavastha. Now see what he said. This is what is called as Shivavastha. This is the experience of Shiva. So who is Lord Shiva? The contents of the world do not disturb him. The experience of the world doesn't disturb him. And he never becomes the experiencer of the world. Khechari Shivavastha. See. So Vidya Samuthane Svabhavike Khechari Shivavastha. So when we thus invoke our essential being by the technique Chittam Mantraha, the mantra sadhana is the most potent spiritual practice. Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, Yajnanam Japa Yajñosmi. See, of all the yajnas, I am the Japa Yajna. Japa is done of the mantras. As we do the yajna without understanding, Indraya Swaha Idanna Mama, Varunaya Swaha Idanna Mama, Amukaya Swaha Idanna Mama, Tamukaya Swaha Idanna Mama. In the same manner, they'll be having a big cloth hanging in their neck and they don't have the mala with 108 beads. Why? I am a big devotee. They call it Hajara. It's 1000 beads. Huge thing. And the hand is there. There is nothing to do. Chittam mantraha. That mantra must dissolve in the mind, in the consciousness. So, Vidya Samuthane Svabhavike Khechari Shivavastha. And when will it happen, sir? So, Tadatra Mudra Mantra Virya Sadhanepi. Now when we really are inspired, yes, now Khechari Shivavastha, then the teacher says, you want to really attain this Guruhu Upayaha Tad Vijnanartham Gurumeva Vigachet Samit Panihi Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam. One of the biggest difficulty is when we study scriptures on our own. Never do that. Upanishad very clearly tells Tad Vijnanartham Gurumeva Vigachet. And which Guru? Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam. Shrotriya, the one who is well versed in the scriptures. And not only he is a Pandit, quoting the scriptures left and right, but Brahmanishtha. He is abiding in, see, there is something like, Yoganishtha. They'll be doing a yoga abhyas every day. Second is Karmanishtha. They'll be keep busy all the time in karma. Third is Japanishtha. They'll be all the time doing japa. Brahmanishtha, they are abiding in the absolute. They will be never mistaking that for any reason, neither the body nor the jiva I am. See, friends. But then the question says, but it is said, Srimatam Shuchi Nam Gehe Yoga Vrashto Bhi Jayate, so the jiva is born. Now be attentive, it's a very important thought. When you take yourself to be body, nothing wrong, take yourself to be body. But then accept gracefully that the body is born, body is growing, body will become old, body will have diseases, body will die. Accept it, you will not suffer. Our problem is we take ourselves with the body and then we don't want to die. That is the problem. See? Accept yourself to be husband, nothing wrong. Then accept all the limitations associated with the husband. But then I want to be husband, but wife should not control me. It is not possible. See, friends. In the same manner, take yourself to be Jiva, soul, okay, take. Then punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. Keep on getting birth million times. Friends, I am body is just a notion, not born out of wisdom. I am soul is just a notion, not born out of wisdom. I am mother, father, brother, sister, uncle, etc. just a notion, not born out of wisdom. So we are just imagining. I am body is sheer imagination. So if you have to imagine, why don't you imagine you are divine? See? One child, two children, mother, brother, sister, they are playing home. So the brother who became husband, he comes from the office and tells his wife, is there something to eat in this house? So she scolds him. Because every day what is happening in the house, the children know it by heart. So she scolds him. The moment you enter, eat my head. So the husband says, then I will have to starve. It is empty. See, every day is dialogue. Then she just as if opens the fridge and takes out something from the fridge and tells, take this. Nothing is given, only this. Take this. This is yesterday's leftover sabji and day before yesterday's leftover sandwich. Eat. So the husband, brother tells his wife's sister, wait a minute, what? See, you are not giving me anything, only imagining. Is it? Yes, bhaiya, then why don't you imagine good? Take rasgulla and jalebi. If you are only imagining that you are a body, you are a soul, why don't you imagine that you are divine? This is all spiritual practice. See, friends, and when you start playing that you are divine, you cannot be miserable. Play, that's what I am always telling you. Don't do meditation. Play meditation. So you are sitting, now you are playing meditation. When I am the gross space, so I am playing gross space. So when I am playing gross space, means what? Gross space supports the gross world, but the gross world doesn't influence the gross space. Therefore, what are the contents of the gross world? The possessions of things and relations with beings. These two things will not bother me. See? No struggle. This is playing meditation. And this can be played 24/7. This can be played while you are moving, talking, walking. This can be played. See? In this manner, to come to this principle, Brahmanishtha, no more living as somebody, no more living as a good or bad, happy or unhappy, Brahmanishtha. So start playing. Hey, miseries come. Arey yaar, I am the Brahman. How can I become miserable? Play. See the joy of life. So we go to the Guru and Guruhu Upayaha. Guru is defined here. Grunati Upadishati Tatvikam Artham iti Guruhu. Now see, who is a Guru? In Avadhutopanishad, Guru is defined very beautifully. Aksharatvat, Varenyatvat, Dhuta Samsara Bandhanat, Tattvamasyadi Laksharthat, Avadhuta Itiryate. Avadhuta, this word is defined as Aksharatvat, abiding in absolute without any pause. Then Varenyatvad, this is being sought in the life in life. Nothing less than this. Varenyam, seeking. Varniyam. Dhuta samsara bandhanat. Although living in this world, yet the world is no more influencing him because tattvamasyadi laksharthat. He is abiding in the experience of the Tattvamasi Mahavakya. He is Avadhut. See friends, he alone can be the Guru. So, Saha atra vyapti pradarshakatvena upayaha. This is what is meant here as the Guru. Otherwise we just get lost only in this Guru. And who is the Guru? Guru, the other meaning of the word Guru is heavy. See, Gurutva-karshan. The magnetic force is called as Gurutva-karshan. Guru means heavy. And the heavy Gurus are the one who frighten the disciple. If you go to other Guru, you are doing Guru Droha, then you will go to hell. Then I will have to come there to release you. And don't get carried away by that. Those who frighten you, they cannot be the Guru. Guru is not for binding but for liberating. See, Saguru Matsamaha Proktaha Mantra Virya Prakashakaha. Guru is the one who reveals the secret of this mantra. See? And what is the secret of the mantra? Tattvamasi. You are that. It is not, you are a papi, you are a mahapapi, in the last life you have done this thing, therefore now I have to purify you, wash you, I am a dhobi guru. No. Don't get carried away by all this. See, Guruhu Upayaha. See, Guroho Gurutara Shakti Guru Vaktra Gata Bhaved. Further it is said something very great. More than the Guru, what the Guru tells is more powerful. Because the Guru is the same, there are so many disciples around him, but all do not evolve. See, once, Bhagavan Ramakrishna Paramahansa was asked that, sir, you have the capacity, power to give the knowledge and experience to anybody. Why don't you give to your own brother? His cousin, somebody was with him. He told a story. He said, it is said that when you milk the lioness, you require a golden pot. If you milk a lioness in any other pot, that pot gets cracked. This is said, I don't know. I have not milked any lioness. If you want, you try. I am just telling you what I read. So what he meant is that this knowledge I am ready to give. But is there any patra? Is there somebody capable of receiving this knowledge? Even to Vivekananda, he didn't give this knowledge till the last 3 days. He said, not now. And the last 3 days, when this knowledge was given to Vivekananda, his life concluded. See, friends, therefore, first of all, we have to become capable, and that capability is brought to the student by the Guru, by his grace, by giving proper upadesha, not making him slave. See, friends, Guruhu Upayaha. That's why, when it is said somewhere beautifully, the father's money is meant for enjoyment and our own money is meant for sustenance. And that also we cannot do it properly. In the same manner, Guru's grace is meant for enjoying spiritual life. But when it comes to your own practice, then it is enduring. Then it doesn't depend on anybody. See, there are many Mahatmas, they can give Shaktipat Diksha. Very good. Take it. But it is a borrowed riches. You cannot become rich by borrowing money. See? Once a great seeker went to a Mahatma and said, "Sir, I am not able to chant the Lord's name, what should I do?" He said, "Why not sit down, chant?" And he said, "See after me. Om Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Om Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Om Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Om Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram." Say, and the seeker started chanting. Go. And his mind is incessantly, non-stop chanting this mantra. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 1 week, 2 weeks, and then the thought came in the mind of the seeker, okay, now I can chant perfectly well. And it stopped. Oh God, what happened now? I was chanting for last 2 weeks. But now what happened? Again he goes to the Mahatmaji. Mahatmaji, for last 2 weeks I was doing it okay. But now it stopped. So the Mahatma laughs. My dear, you are not chanting that mantra. I was chanting through your mind. But you had that arrogance. I am chanting. The moment you entered your mind, I went away. See friends, the same thing, Shaktipat Diksha. By the Guru's grace it will happen. But it cannot last. The moment I is born, it is gone. See, when you are chanting, for example, I remember I had practiced this one many years before. When I used to chant Vishnu Sahasranam, then we used to offer to the Lord. Each name, take Om Vishnave Namaha, Vashatkaraya Namaha, one by one name. And when a particular name is to come, Om Yamaya Namaha, etc., that time I don't know why, that particular mantra comes, I used to become very aware. That see, up to here I chanted perfectly. The moment this thought comes, then my chanting will become disrupted. It happened once, twice, thrice. Then I said, let me try other places. So when other places I used to chant, there I used to consciously become, now I can chant properly. The moment that thought comes, chanting goes away. See friends, therefore in any activity, when I is born, samsara begins. And when I is not born, Guru's grace is following. See, faith in God is confidence in yourself. Paramatma Vishwas expresses as Atma Vishwas. Paramatma and Atma are not two. If we imagine I am a devotee of the Lord and I have no confidence, it is contradiction in terms. In this manner, Guruhu Upayaha. Now what the Guru does, Tasmat Guruho Prasannat, from this Guru who is Prasanna. See, Prasanna is what? Prasade sarvadukkhanam hani rasyopajayate prasanna chetaso yashu buddhi paryavadishtate. He who is prasanna, see, Sat is the word, Sat Chidananda, Sat. Prakarshena Sat is called as Prasanna. It is the Krudanta, Sanskrit. So, Prasanna one means the one who is one with the absolute pure existence. Be attentive. When you are happy, you are one with the Lord. When you are miserable, you are separated from the Lord. When you are happy, you are in the present. When you are not happy, you are not in the present. When you are in the present, you are effortless. Try to go in the past without efforts. 16 days before at breakfast time, what you have eaten? 16 days, efforts begin. What I have eaten? See how struggling it is. After 10 days, where you will be? After 10 days, efforts. Now, no efforts. So when you are happy, you are in the present. When you are in the present, you are happy. Observe this. We are constantly running away from the present. This is how the mind can survive. See? Do not allow the mind to go in the past and the future. The mind will revolt. To avoid, to remain in the present, either the mind brings or digs the dead past, or the mind goes on projecting the future, and as a result, we are constantly going in the past and the future, and we are unable to stay in the present. How simple it is. Therefore, tasmad guruho prasannat. When the guru is prasanna, means what? He is not occupied with anything. Many people do not understand this principle. Anywhere, anytime, any question they ask. You know, like it happens many times. We come from a very long journey, long flight or whatever. Now after you come, allow that poor fellow at least to go to toilet. See? Because one is not aware, leading in a mechanical lifestyle. See? So anywhere, Swamiji, can you tell me something about meditation? See? One youngster asked me this question. I was sitting in a train going from Dahisar to Bombay. So he came and he said, tell me quickly because the next station I am getting down. Tell me something about meditation. I said, when your station comes, you tell me, I'll tell you quickly. He said, this is the station. I said, get down and go to the medical shop, buy a drum of sleeping pills and empty that drum in you. Then what will happen? You will be permanently in meditation. This is called as chemical meditation. See, that is not the way. Guroho prasannat. We have to see, if you read Ramcharitmanas, there Lakshmanji asked some questions to Bhagwan Ram. There it is mentioned. When Bhagwan Ram was comfortably seated, cheerful, no disturbance, no worries, then Lakshmanji sees and then he asks him question. What is Maya, what is Jiva, what is Brahma, etc. Somebody is getting into the car, Swamiji, 1 minute, Brahma kya hota hai? Arre. This is not the way. Tasmad guroho prasannat. So when the guru is at peace, cheerful, undisturbed, then from this guru we get the bodha, we get the experience. See? This principle I told you a number of times. When in the material world a question is asked, question is addressed. But on the spiritual path, question is never addressed. It is the person who is addressed. This is the basic difference. And that difference is according to the requirement of the person. See, many times we don't understand this. I'll tell you one example. This happened in Hyderabad. Now that boy is married and he has got, I think, 2 children, wonderful, like our Vivek. When he was small, maybe about 5 years or 6 years of age, a Andhra boy, I went to their house And when I went to the night, that boy was seeking so much attention, so much attention. We were discussing something, and he will come and he will start playing with my beard. He will come, I say, hey, keep away. And then he will go there, then he'll climb the sofa set, and then he'll jump. Now we are elderly people talking. Children should not be there where elders are discussing. It's a simple rule. But he will come and want to do this or that. So if you give attention to him, he will climb on your head. If you scold him, he'll start crying. And in that he was jumping, he jumped on that glass table, it broke. So the mother got very angry. And she put him in the bathroom, closed the bathroom door. And he was shouting, wow, wow, wow. And I was a Swami discussing about meditation. See? Now after that was done, so he in the bathroom locked. So the mother came and told me, Swamiji, come to our puja room, I want to talk to you something. I knew what is the topic. Swamiji, what should I do? He is so terrible. I'm fed up with him. Every time he wants attention. See? I said the only way is don't scold, he is a child, he doesn't understand. For till he becomes 11 years of age, stop your social activities. Stop. Don't take him in any social functions. He is not qualified for that. After 11 years of age, he will be the best child in the world. Exactly as if the words were to true, he is one of the best person. So that time when we treat the child in this manner, it is for his benefit. See friends, this we don't understand. Because every patient requires different treatment. The same thing is true, sambodha. The experience will be revealed to the student according to the need of that individual student. There are two things. One is, like you are all hearing satsanga, is a general preparation. Plus, a particular student, a particular instruction is given. That is important. Like we go to the hospital. So the doctors look at all the patients, but each individual patient is given specific instructions. Then only the sambodha, the experience will happen. Now experience about what? Matruka chakra sambodha. See, Matruka chakra means, now this is a very subtle, deep topic, be a little attentive. See, the first alphabet is A. When the A expresses, it is effortless. You don't require any effort. Simply throw the air through your vocal cord. Like children, when they talk, no effort. When this becomes modified, it is called as oo. See, try to say oo without changing the structure of your mouth. Keep the mouth like this. Try to say oo. Immediately, is getting modified. Oo. And then the last one, ma. Ma we cannot chant without touching the lips. They are called as labials. See? Keep the lips apart and say ma. Oh. You cannot. Say the dantya, the dentals, ta, tha, da, dha, na. See where your tongue goes? Ta touches the teeth. Ta, tha, da, dha, na. The one who doesn't have teeth in old age. Ta, tha, ya. They can't say. So, this is Matruka Chakra Sambodha. The Paramatma Be attentive. His inherent potentiality is Chit Shakti. Sat Chit. Paramatma is Sat. But it is that Sat which is not opposed to Asat. See, we are trained to know the Sat and Asat. The book is in my hand. After I remove the book, in this hand there is no book. So we know everything in the form of Sat Asat, is not. So in Satchidananda, that Sat does not refer to option of is and is not. It is non-optional presence. Sat. Now this Sat, it has got its inherent potentiality, Shakti. That Shakti is called as the Chit Shakti. See, this Shastra is also called as Agam Shastra as Chid Vilas. Vilas is expansion. So Paramatma, his Shakti is Chit. Now the expression of this Chit Shakti is Ananda. This is the meaning of Satchidananda. And therefore Upanishad says, Ananda deva khalvimani bhutani jayante anandena jatani jivanti. The whole world is an expression of bliss. But instead of experiencing the bliss, we have blisters all around. Pain here, pain there, pain everywhere. Rama here, Rama there, Ram everywhere. See, friends. So where from the blisters have come? In the bliss. See? So this Matruka Chakra Sambodha gives us this knowledge. So A is possible when existence allows its potentiality called the Chit Shakti to ready to manifest. So first, life expresses. Now expression of the life is Ananda. So A becomes A. See. All the vowels in the Sanskrit. A, A, I, U, A, I, O, Ah. These are all the expansion of this Chit Shakti, the divine potentiality of Paramatma. So, first silence. This silence is not opposed to sounds. This is Prashanti. Then the Chit Shakti, Sat Chit. Then Ananda, ha, expansion of the world. Wherever there is happiness, there is expansion. When a person gets married, there is happiness, only that time. So expansion. Everybody is invited. Because happiness. Expansion. Suppose there is a divorce, we don't take out the same list. And let us invite everybody. We are hereby happy to announce that we are going to get divorced, please come. You will not believe, one day, one couple came from US or somewhere. In Bombay I was. And they said, Swamiji, I said, look here, now I am going for my lecture. I don't talk to the people unless they attend satsang. That is the condition. Attend satsang and then talk. But Swamiji, I said, there is no butting, I don't accept. So they have to attend satsang. After satsang was over, then I said, yes, now what is your problem? Tell me. Swamiji, actually we came to get advice from you. What are the mantras for performing divorce according to Hindu tradition? See? Now tell me, how can you be miserable in this world? I come across such terrible cartoons that even Bhagwan cannot think, they think. See, if there are mantras for the marriage, there must be mantras for the divorce. I said, I do not know because I am neither married nor divorced, so I don't know. Then he said, no, but now we don't require. Why? Now after listening to your satsang, we have come to a conclusion that it is not necessary to get divorce. We can stay together and yet we can be happy. We have understood it. See? So, wherever there is happiness, there is expansion. So, now this is associated with Ichcha Shakti, it becomes E. When the Ichcha Shakti becomes very firm, it becomes Dirghai, E. So, E. Then Unmesha Shakti, Jnana Shakti. Then U. Kriya Shakti, I. All the Shaktis together, Au. Origin, Visarga, Aha, external and internal world. This is how the world is created. See, friends, and without these vowels, consonants cannot be pronounced. You cannot say ka without adding ka plus a, ka. Not like UP. In UP they say chota a, bada a, chota a, bada a. Not like that. Ka plus a, ka. Therefore they call kakar, ukar, makar, bakar. See. This is matruka chakra sambodha. So what will be the spiritual practice now? First, drop the forms. To drop the forms, when we sit for meditation, we close our eyes. Because it is through the eyes alone the forms are seen. Then we come to the vachaka, the words. Then we start chanting the Lord's name. So out of the two aspects of the world, the form and the name, forms we have dropped. Now name we take. And when we are taking the name, this is Matruka Chakra Sambodha. So we start from the sound, slowly regulate, discipline and control the sound in terms of the mantra. Then slowly we go in between the silence between the two mantras and slowly we dissolve ourselves in that silence which is not opposed to the sound. Matruka Chakra Sambodha. Without any efforts. As the space supports the gross world effortlessly without getting influenced by the gross world, so also the mind supports the thoughts without getting influenced by any thought, so also the consciousness supports the waker, dreamer, deep sleeper and samadhistha purusha without getting influenced by any one of them. This is what Bhagavan Krishna says, mattaha smriti jnanam apohanancha. That Purushottama is the supreme reality. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.